guys, welcome back to my channel. You asked for it several times and we finally reached 100 plus likes on the boyfriend tag video. So now we will do a video on how we met and how we started dating. We want to do a Q&A video, so please tweet me or tweet Enzo.
Don't tweet me. I don't use Twitter.
Oh yeah. Well then just tweet me your questions
or Snapchat
me your questions. Look in the description below for my Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Be sure to follow me on all of those. And snap me your questions, tweet me your questions, and we will do a Q&A video. Take it away and tell them your side of the story.
So we started dating, was it 2014?
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2014. We met at the university. It was our freshman year there. And yeah, no, it was weird because we met it was in between classes. So I would hang out with my friends and she would be with her friends, and we'd hang out at the same place. She didn't really like me at all.
Tell them what you did
in the beginning.
Tell them what you did to me before he knew me.
And it's not that I didn't really know her for a long time.
He didn't know me at all
because her friends weren't really my friends, and my friends.
Enzo's beating around the bush. So Enzo did not know me at all, and I was sitting across the room one day with my little two friends, and he was sitting over here with his friends, and then he was staring at me the whole entire time. And then I was like, why is he staring over here? And then one of my friends was like, maybe he's staring at me. And I was like, yeah, hopefully he's staring at you. And then
who was that?
Anyways. And then we just ignored him and left. And then a week later, one of my friends had liked someone in his group of friends. So we decided to move closer to that group so she can talk to him, get in, do her little whatever she does. And so we moved closer, and I was telling a story to my friends and minding my own business, mind you. Out of nowhere, this guy who didn't know me from a can of paint, I didn't know him, never talked to me before, was like, shut up. Out of nowhere. And I was like, what? And I stopped and I looked around, and then I was like, maybe I misheard, and maybe he wasn't talking.
No, you didn't.
So then so then I kept talking, and then he makes it and point in his life to be shut up. He turns, projects, and then turns back before I look, and then I stop talking and I look at I'm just gonna say my friends' names because we're still friends today, and I really don't care. I look at my friend Brianna, and then I look at my friend Olivia, and then I look back at Brianna, and I look at him, and I'm looking around the room does he not understand that I'm about to turn all the way up? Because who are you telling me to shut up? I don't even know you. And I don't do, people, I don't do it when people are shut up or stop talking. Disrespect is not okay.
Stasia, I want to ask you a question, though.
What?
Did you notice me before I told you to shut up?
I noticed you that one time that you were staring at me. I thought you were creepy. And then...
Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. So I wasn't staring. Well, I wasn't staring at her. I just kind of dozed off in my brain.
In my direction.
In my brain, in her direction, and then she interrupted my dozing off with her yelling.
No,
she can't
that was
talk
a different time.
No, I was dozing. I was dozing off the entire time.
Both times?
Yeah, both times. I was just gone.
Okay. Anyways.
It was in between classes, and I didn't care about anything, so I was gone. Anyways,
then Brianna is like, no, chill. He told me to shut up, not you. Don't worry about it, because Brianna knows more than anyone in this world that I do not care where I'm at. I will say what I want to say to who I want to say it to, when I want to say it.
Yeah.
Because that's just the way I am. But she was like, no, he told me to shut up, blah, 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 don't say anything. And I was like, okay, fine. I'm not feeling like going to jail. I don't even know this kid. It's all right. We have class in like 30 minutes. I'm just going to forget it and keep talking. So then I kept telling the story. And then all of us were talking. So I don't understand why it was me that he was like
It
pinpointing.
wasn't even to you.
But then I'm like, after Olivia and Brianna just finished talking, I opened my mouth to say something, and Enzo was like, "You're so annoying." Like I just fixed my mouth to say something like in response to what they were saying. How does he already know that I'm annoying? Like he's in my head knowing what I'm gonna say. Like he was so God that I blew up. I just couldn't handle it. I was like, "Who are you? Like, why are you talking to me right now?"
But guess what? What? You noticed when I was there every time you came back. Did you not?
Yes, like you were
I did not like you were like, this dude's gonna be over there.
I need to stay away from him.
And then you still went.
No,
and then you still went. Stacey, you still went. Let's get real. Let's get real. I got your attention.
I will be real.
While it be in a bad way or a good way, I got your attention. And then after that, I kind of fixed the way that you looked at me. Into a different way.
I still went over where he was because that's where I'm telling the truth. Because that's where my friends were. Because remember, my friend was still trying to get the hookup with one of his friends, so that's why we were over there. And then I became friends with like one of his close friends and one of his other friends, Adam, and we all became like really good friends. And that's how I started hanging out over there, but not with him. Because I don't know if this makes sense, but where we were hanging out is like a common area, and he used to hang out with like this big group of people that would kind of be broken up into like 3 small groups inside of the big group. So when I would hang out with his friends, it would be like in this area of the group of people, and then Enzo would be like somewhere else. So we were never like directly interacting, directly hanging out. You saw that, Dodge?
Yeah, I did.
It was nice.
Yeah,
we weren't directly hanging out like together, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, we weren't. We were hanging out, but we weren't hanging out. We were like in the same spot at the same place. Yeah.
We were not hanging out.
No, we were just not. Yeah. I don't know. I think that it was more of like a
like you were stalking me.
I wasn't stalking you. No, I feel like I was nonchalantly telling you that I kind of liked you, and whatever.
I was not picking up the vibes because all I thought was, wow, this guy is rude, and who are you?
Yeah, but it made you think about me, so that's all that matters. I found an in.
So Enzo is saying,
but did it not?
Yes, but not in a good way.
But it doesn't matter.
I think
because I can change that whenever.
No. I think
by doing something crazy.
Hey, I think with me, the best approach is to kind of like, I don't know, like be my friend, like get to know me.
No.
And then
no.
Why?
Because I've seen other guys be your friend and get to know you.
But that doesn't have anything to do with like how they like tried to get me.
Caesar,
it has to do with the fact that I didn't find them. Like I didn't want to be with them like that.
No, I understand. Okay, but why didn't you want to be with them like that?
Because I didn't. I know who you're talking about right now, and I did not want to. Like I felt like we had just a good, solid friendship.
Right.
Like,
okay.
I felt like
so
that person was
my
a
approach.
Friend.
My approach was no friendship, straight in there. I believe that men and women can have platonic relationships. That's all cool. Like you can have a relationship with a person that is of the opposite sex and not want to be with them in any sexual way.
That's how our friendship was.
Right, exactly, yes.
But it wasn't because he chose to be my friend.
I know.
Okay.
But for me, like if I have a platonic relationship with the opposite gender, with a girl or whatever, I'm
his only friend right now. No platonic relationship.
No, I don't have any. No, none. Except for my mom and my sister and my grandma.
Yes.
And a lot of women think that, but they don't practice that.
On behalf of all men right now.
On behalf of all men, let's be real. Women do not go after the guy that's super nice to them, that's super, whatever to them. That's not true. That's fucking bullshit.
Only in this situation is
No.
that not true right now.
No. No. That's
Listen,
baloney.
are you telling me
That's
that people before you weren't nice to me?
yeah. Dude, Stacia, listen. Listen to me. Let's just go one back. Just one back.
Okay, okay. One
Solid.
back.
Solid work. Yeah, right there.
No. Okay, what Enzo is referring to is the fact that I had to cut this person out of my life because they were just like a bad influence on
Right,
me.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't know. You don't know the story of how we like met and stuff. He was actually really nice to me.
No, yeah, he was, but he was, also like a fucking crackhead, so. Not, he didn't do any crack, but I mean, that. For me, I looked forward and I saw that the best possible, and I saw what her personality was like, whatever, and I saw that the best move, the best, whatever, was to not be friends with her initially. Just be a guy that is in her life in a different way. That is available to, whatever. Because I'm not necessarily nice all the time. I'm kind of a dick half the time, 80% of the time. But when I'm nice, I'm super nice. And,
Yes.
you like that.
I do. So that's why we hung out with each other, and that's why Enzo, not with each other, I hung out near him, and that's why Enzo was rude to me.
Yeah, no,
and
it was. I wasn't trying. Like, I wasn't.
You just explained it all. Do not redo it.
Sorry.
So that's why Enzo was rude to me.
Yeah.
Because that was his like way of getting in my life, and one day we were like hanging out. And Enzo had come over to the group of people that I was hanging out with, and we were going upstairs to get food because, like, in the wood center at our college, that's like where the common area is. There's a bowling alley, pool tables, like all this stuff, and then upstairs is like a food court in the mall. That's what it looks like. Yeah. But we were going upstairs to get food, and I was walking with one of Enzo's really good friends, and then Enzo was like, "Can I go?" And then I was like, "No." And I just walked upstairs and got food on my own.
But you secretly wanted me to go with you,
I didn't. I will tell you guys at what point I actually started liking Enzo, and then I will explain to you why. But after that, when I was leaving, his friend that I had been hanging out with was like, "Can I get your number? Because we're gonna go do like bowling or something this weekend. Like just like some activity was going on this weekend, and he wanted to invite me."
It was all lies.
And me not knowing it was a lie, I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. We can all hang out. And then...
did we even go bowling?
Actually, we did something else. We went to someone's party.
No, that was after we had already gotten together. We went bowling, though.
Not us.
Oh, you guys went... Oh.
Yeah, because I was actually invited to something.
Yes. I never got invited to anything. I think it's because I was kind of a...
mean person.
Mean. I don't know. I had my own stuff going on. Like, I was taking a lot of classes and I was doing my own stuff. So, like, it wasn't like I wasn't out to make friends. I was just out to be entertained.
Be with me.
Be entertained in between classes. But be with you too, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then I had given this kid my number because we were all gonna hang out and we were friends, and I was like, yeah, why not, whatever. And like a few days later, everyone starts coming up to me, like his friends that I just made, and then his friends that I don't even know, and then my friends, and they're all like, "Oh, Enzo likes you, Enzo likes you," and I'm like, who's Enzo? Like, I did not know like his name at all. And then I remember one of my friends had your number in their phone under Rich Boy was the...
Oh, yeah.
What's that called? Was the contact name. And I was like, why is it this? And she was like, oh, because he's from Argentina and he's like filthy rich and like all this stuff. And I was like,
all lies.
Oh.
She doesn't know anything about it.
I was like, oh, that's so cool. I still hate him. Like I did not like. I didn't care how much money he had. I just did not.
I didn't have any money. I didn't have any money.
I don't know. Everyone that I had talked
Everybody
to was
just
making
thought
it
that I
seem
did.
like Enzo was like the prince of Argentina, like the next to inherit the throne or something. And I was like, I don't care. When is he going back? Like that was my question.
Didn't feel like that.
So people assumed Enzo was
Yeah.
balling, and Enzo just never said no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're never gonna say no, right? Somebody
If
thinks
someone
you're,
says, if someone asks me
somebody
if I'm
says you're
rich,
balling, and you're like, "Fuck yeah,
well, I
I'm
am
balling."
balling. But if
Fuck
somebody
yeah.
tells me I'm rich, I'm gonna be like, yo, homie, I'm not. I know how to grind and I know how to get my money.
Right. Yeah.
And that's gonna be it.
I don't know.
But that's okay.
I know how to make my money though.
Let's grind, baby.
Oh. No, I don't grind. I thrive.
Okay.
I thrive. And then I got her number from from my friend that got her number from her.
And I didn't know.
And she didn't know. So, and I didn't text her because I'm not about that life. Not about to put myself out there.
But he just kept my. How creepy
but I kept,
is this?
But I
he
kept
kept
her
my
number.
number in his phone, in his contacts, but refused to text me.
Yes, I kept her number because I knew she was gonna text me, and I wanted to know. I don't like being texted or not knowing who's texting me. So I kept her number because I knew she was gonna text me because I knew that my friends would either make her text me or text me from her phone. So, yeah.
I wish you guys were here because like the amount of BS like in this room, it reeks. Anyways, so it turns out that his friends and me, we were all sitting around and we were like, well, then let's text him. So then I got the number from one of his friends that I had given my number to, and then we ended up texting him. And it was really something along the lines of, I know you like me. And then he was like, who is this? And I was like, Anastasia. And then Enzo was like, no, like what, I don't know what you're talking about, whatever. And then we were like, okay, this is boring, I'm done. But then we had the idea to text him to like trap him into saying that he likes me because everyone had known at that point, and then I had just found out, so I felt like he was kind of like trying to cover his tracks, like, oh no, I don't like you, they don't know what they're talking about. So then we texted him, and he thought it was just me on my own, like I wasn't with all his friends. And
yeah, because you were kind of not nice back then. Well, I mean, you're still a little bit not nice.
It's not that I'm not nice. You guys have to remember, Enzo was rude to me when he first met me. Like, he gave me a reason to not be nice to him. That's all I'm saying.
This is true.
I don't just, like, come out of the box being rude to people unless you give me a reason. And we were all like, okay, let's trap him into admitting it. So then I texted him, and I was like, hey, let's hook up, blah, blah, blah. Like, no strings attached, nothing's going on. Let's just, like, see what's up. And then he was like, yeah, if that's what you want to do, yeah, let's do that. And I was like, so you want to hook up with me? And he was like, yeah, I mean, if you're down with it, I'm okay with it. And he was all for it. And I was like, no, I'm not okay with it. I knew you liked me. Bye. And that was how that went. What were you thinking on your end of the conversation?
Well, it was more like, so like, when somebody, like, even if you don't,
well, when you got the text message,
when I got the text message, I was like, okay, she's obviously either playing with me or she's a freak. And then I was like, okay, it's probably not a freak. And, the experience that I've had with girls before this, it wasn't like, no one was forward like that. No one was forward like that. No one.
I still think no one is really forward like that.
No one is forward like that, yeah. So, like, I knew that something was going on. I just didn't know what. So, like, I kind of just played into it just thinking whatever happens, happens. Like, I don't care. Like, it's only life. And I wasn't really attached to those friends anyway. So, you know. So, yeah, I just kind of rolled with it. I mean, I wasn't going to say no. Like, you're hot and stuff. So, like, I wasn't going to say no. But, I mean, at the same time, I don't really like those kinds of relationships where it's just kind of like hooking up and doing that stuff for no good reason other than for doing it.
That he wasn't gonna say no.
Yeah,
I said no because that's not
who she is. Yeah, and I knew that was gonna happen because I knew that she was trying to play me, and that's fine. Yeah, like whatever. And then, but then after she knew that I liked her and that she had confirmed it, it was less or more, kind of like more squinty eyed looking at me. It was like,
Okay, well,
I
because
know you. I seen you. I seen you across the.
Before it was like never looking in his direction, and when he would look in my direction, I'd be like, "Who are you? Why are you looking this way?
Yeah.
Like, well, why are you even talking to me? Like, you know what I mean?" And then when we had confirmed that he liked me, everyone was like being on his case, and they were like, "Oh, you like her? Blah blah blah. We know. We were there when she was texting you. Like all this stuff." And then I was like, in person, I was just like, "I know you like me. Like, just admit it." And he was like, "I mean, yeah, you're kind of hot." And like, that's exactly what he said. And then I was like, "Okay, whatever." And then whenever he would look at me, because he would look at me in a weird way. Your beard hair.
Yes.
Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
You would look at me like you know how when someone looks at you because they want to flirt with you, but then they give you like a mean look? That's what Enzo would do. You would always look at me like you're trying to flirt with me, and then you'd be like, and like give me a mean look.
Oh yeah.
And I was
I
like,
remember that.
What is going on right now? Like, why are you doing this? And then I would always just look at him, like even to this day.
So you look at you look at him. So you look at me.
Yeah, and I go like
this. You
this.
look at me. Yeah, you little squinty eye.
Because I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
What is his problem? But
hey, but you were looking at me. That's all that mattered. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I got you. I was kidnapped to go on our first date. He didn't kidnap me. My friend Brianna promised me like shopping and ice cream and food and movies and all these amazing things for a Saturday, and I was like, yes, let's go out and have a fun Saturday. They were all lies. We ended up going to Walmart to get whatever she needed, and then we went to Sports Authority, and at Sports Authority we run into him and his friend and our friend JP, and I was like, look who's here. What a coincidence. And I didn't think anything of it because, like, Fairbanks is so small. I see... Ow, that hurt. Fairbanks is so small. I see people around all the time. So I didn't think it was anything weird that you were in the same place that I was in. I just didn't want to talk to him. So I, like, walked away. And then JP came up and started talking to Brianna. And then he started talking to Brianna. And then they were like, where are we going to go eat at? And I, like, ran back over to where they were, and I was like, no, we're going to eat, me and Brianna, not all four of us, you're not invited, whatever. And then we ended up going to the Mayflower Buffet. Before, it was like, and that was the worst first date I've ever been on.
Hey.
Honestly.
That wasn't me.
Well, I don't know. But then after that, we went to the... campus. We went to campus to go to a basketball game, and before the basketball game, someone
it was you
kissed me.
It was you,
Enzo.
It was you. Me. It was you. You kissed me. You Spider-Man kissed me.
We'll never know.
Okay. We'll never know.
No, we'll never know.
Stop.
So, anyways.
But yeah, and then
after that, we like went to the basketball game, and then
after that, I think we went to the movies.
Yeah, we were we went to before the basketball game, we were talking, for like a few hours because we had to kill. Wait, and then
you didn't have anything to do. And
then he kissed me.
Yeah.
And then we went to the basketball game, and we were talking at the basketball game. And this is when I started liking Enzo, because he is not a butthole. He acts like he's this tough guy, and he's like this big old meanie, and he like does what he wants, he says what he wants, blah, blah, blah. Like,
but I do what I want, and I say what I want.
He tries to be like me, but he is the sweetest... Stop. He's the sweetest thing in the whole entire world, and he has, like, the hugest heart. And he's so cute.
Yes.
And that's what changed my mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I knew who he really was. And so then, after that, whenever he was being mean to anyone, it really, like, I really got angry, because
I was doing it on purpose.
That's not who. Yeah, like that's not who he
Yeah.
is. He like I don't know why he's mean to people sometimes, but that's like really not who he is because like I feel like I saw the purest form of you.
Yeah, needed to be.
But my thing is that Enzo thought that that's what he needed to do because I feel like he was thinking that if he was his like true nice self, like really genuine person, that I would kind of just like friend zone him.
Yeah.
But for me, like knowing who I am, I don't think that would have happened at all. I think that we would have probably been friends for a small amount of time and then it probably would have escalated to something different. But I mean, I don't know. But I mean, I don't know because me and Enzo started texting and we were talking, and then I was like, we can't tell anyone because I'm like, I hate you, and that's what everyone knows. So
Yeah.
I don't want, and I just don't like other people being in my relationships. Like when I'm talking to someone or when I'm like actually dating someone, I think it's the worst thing to have other people in your relation. Like that's how your relationship gets messed up is because everybody is like dipping their fingers in your soup, trying to like be all up in the mix, and
too many spoons in the kettle.
Exactly, and I don't appreciate that. And so I just wanted to keep it something that was between us, and then everyone had thought that I didn't like him. I hated him anyway, so it was perfect. Like no one was ever going to ask us about anything or like any of that. And then Enzo wasn't discreet.
No.
One time, and one of his friends, Michael, was the first one to tell the whole entire world. So, Michael, if you're watching this, thank you. I don't know, he just saw us hanging out one time, and then Enzo was holding my hand and all this stuff, and then Michael was like, oh my god, you guys are dating, when did that happen? And then everyone, like, freaked out, and I was like, great, well, it's gonna happen anyways. We were, like, outed by one of Enzo's friends.
Yeah. I don't think outed is the word. I think that maybe found out or maybe
I don't know, but after everybody else knew, we kind of just didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
And now we are
was it 2
years, and today marks
our 2-year and 3 month.
February is 2 years, so 2 months.
2 months.
2 years and 2 months on this date.
Yeah.
April 8th.
Yeah, and we didn't.
If you want other story times, like how I threw Enzo's clothes out the window in our new apartment one time.
No.
I can tell you that story time.
No. But it's going to have to be 1,000 likes on this video.
1,000 likes?
Yes, 1,000 likes on this video.
Another 100 likes on this video, and I will tell you the story time about how I threw Enzo's clothes out the window and tried to kick him out of our house in this apartment. Love you guys.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see ya
when we see ya.